Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you are not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Monday, July 10th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 6 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So Monday, Moon Day, and it is July 10th. So when it comes to the spirit animal, we are working with the rabbit energy. And when it comes to the rabbit energy, the rabbit brings me to say sudden and unexpected changes, as the rabbit tends to hop around in that way where it creates sudden and unexpected changes from each bounce. Something hopping into your life and hopping out as fast as it hops in. The moon is the ruler of the day, and the moon is the ruler of the day, and the moon is in Aries, getting ready to go into, getting ready to move into Taurus energy. I had to click around and look at some things. So when it comes to say moon and Aries energy, Monday is ruled by the moon. So the moon energy brings a sensitive aspect to the day. And the moon is in Aries. But with the moon in Aries, and also conjunct Chiron, to me, the sensitive aspect that I feel when it comes to say Monday, Moon Day, and with Aries having Chiron there along with the moon, I get this feeling of it's not fair. And I had this feeling the other day where it's like I was having a brat moment. And I was just having a moment between me and God, and I was like, God, it's not fair. And it's like, but I had to really, I allow myself to go into that space of saying, but God, it's not fair. So it's like I allowed myself to go there. But then after, I was there long enough, then the adult side of me come along and say, but why is it not fair? And it's like when I questioned the pity party that I allowed myself to have, I allowed myself to have this pity party, and I allow myself to, enjoy the party. But then after I allow myself to bask in enough of the party, I had to come with reasoning and ask myself, why is it not fair? And it's like, okay, God, it's not fair because this is the way how I want it to be. And it's like, how did you know that it could be that way, or it's supposed to be that way? Because you've been conditioned to see things that way. And because it's not that way, it's not fair. And it felt good to bring myself out of that pity party I was having, because as much as they feel justified sometimes, having them, and the last week of June, I had to give myself grace to show up to those parties. But I know those parties could be destructive because they only allow me to kind of feel sorry for myself. But if I'm honest, I play a role in how I got to where I needed the party in the first place. I do have a role in the decisions that got me to the point where I needed that party. So it's like, if I'm honest, like, I played a role in it, but like the party is destructive to make it a habit. Because if I make the pity party a habit, then I'm starting to manifest in my world that life is not fair. And I know that that's not the truth. Well, for me, I do. For you, life might be unfair and you might have justified reasons why life is unfair. But I understand that life is an energy game. And for me to get too comfortable in that energy, that means that's the kind of reality that I'm going to create, and things are going to spiral down out of control and create and manifest that world around me. And I don't want that for myself. So when I look at the energies in today, I'm getting that, where it's so easy to like get into that place where it's so unfair. And trust me, I get it, where it's like, you're like, why does things appear to be so easy for some and it has to be harder for others? Why is it that way? That feels unfair, and all these other things. But it's like, I have to also be the adult in my own mind, reminding myself, it's like, okay, we've been conditioned to see things a certain way. So because of our conditioning, manifesting certain things will be easier than others, because we've been conditioned to manifest those things with our eyes closed. So to want to manifest something different, it's going to take work to build up that kind of expectation from the universe, because it's so easy to expect things to be hard. It's so easy to expect things to be what they are, what we're used to seeing them as. But when it comes to, say, manifesting abundance and other things, it's not going to be that easy for some of us, because that's not what we grew up seeing. It's not realistic based on what we grew up seeing and expecting. Where it's like, expecting things to be hard seems realistic and it's natural, because that's been our reality. So when it comes to the energies in today, I think about how like the day is the 10th, and focus on I am that, me as an individual, you as an individual. The day adds up and reduces to number 6 vibration. The number 6 deals with material things, and material things. It deals with defining ourselves based on material things. It's like achieving titles. I think about how June was stressful, and I knew June would be that, because I did the newsletters, and hopefully you're signed up for the newsletter. If you're not, visit my website, Soul and Vibration, scroll down to the bottom and subscribe. But I remember writing the June newsletter and talking about how it'll be so easy to get distracted by material things, meaning all of a sudden we'll find ourselves like, some of us scrutinizing ourselves or judging ourselves, or weighing ourselves out based on our material achievement. And regardless of how much you've achieved, it'll feel like it's not enough. I can see how, overspending or things around finances, where a person might have a savings, but they're still worrying about their finances, because it seems like there's more going out than coming in. Or some might not have the savings and they're worrying about their financial situation. But I just knew that June, having to do with the number 6 energy, like the energies in today add up and reduce to the number 6 vibration, a lot of emphasis on what it is that we own and how we're behind because we don't own or have enough. So when it comes to, say, a day like today might feel like it's not fair, where it's like, it's not fair. And with the moon in Aries, it feels like there's something you can do right now, or you wish there was something you can do right now about it. When it's like, there's nothing you could do right now about it. So with the rabbit energy, it brings me to the importance of, being still. But with the rabbit energy, the rabbit isn't about being still. I think about the rabbit as being flexible. I think about the rabbit as being fertile. So when it comes to the energies in today, I get like the importance of being flexible, being fertile, being open. But I think about luck and opportunity coming through the rabbit energy. But I can't help, every time I think about luck, I think about how luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So if luck is when preparation meets opportunity, like I've heard, I think Oprah say, and I've heard others say it, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. If that's the case, it's like, are you prepared? And in what ways are you not prepared? And when it comes to prepared for what exactly? Only each person will know what that means for them. as individuals. But I think about, like, say a day like today, some of us might want to get prepared by feeling like we need to buy something or do something when, you know, like I was saying in yesterday, or one of the messages is like learning how to accept and surrender might be all a person needs to do in the moment. I think about how the moon is squared by Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn, and the moon and Mercury in Cancer. So when I think about the square being made to the poor moon, I think about on a day like this, it's like just feeling bombarded or overwhelmed when it comes to, say, responsibilities in life. It's like thinking about one's home and family responsibilities, or even career. It's like I get the feeling of wanting to throw my hands up in the air and be like, I'm just done. Like I'm done, I'm over it. It's like that kind of vibe. And it's like, but like I gotta keep going. So I think about, like I was saying to you guys earlier, it's like, you know, I was in that, you know, I was throwing a pity party for myself, and I allowed myself to throw the party. I ate the cake and, you know, had the drinks and everything. And then after, it's like, okay, you know, this party gotta end, right? It's like that kind of vibe. It's like feeling overwhelmed, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you know, now it's time to push past this. It's time to push past this energy. Pallas goes into Virgo today, and Mars goes into Virgo. Pallas is an astro that deals with how we negotiate or strategize, but get things done without aggression or war. And in Virgo, it's about how can I help, you know, finding the details, being more scientific, meaning looking for the patterns in things to say that something could be a fact, coming to a conclusion of a thing through, you know, repetition and patterns and things like that. Mars and Virgo were motivated by being of service or of help to others. But throughout the time while Mars is in Virgo, we can find ourselves overthinking things, you know, like not getting stuff done because we're stuck in the preparation phase, trying to perfect the thing. And brings me to this energy where it's like this person is stuck, 8 of Swords in the upright position. This person feels like they're stuck. They feel like there's nothing they could do to make a thing better when they can move forward. They can take one step at a time, move forward. So when it comes to the energies in today, I could see how a person could easily feel, analysis paralysis. Like after taking a look at everything that needs to be done, it's like feeling so exhausted, stuck, and overwhelmed. But you're not, like, you know, you're not stuck. But in this moment, I feel like so much coming at once, especially with the day being the 10th, and a lot of thinking, overthinking, and then the energies in the day adding up and reducing to the number 6 vibration, which is like overthinking and feeling unworthy. The positive aspects of the number 6 is that it's family oriented, community oriented, it's loving, it's caring, it's supporting. But the lower vibration of the number 6, and I feel like on a Monday with moon in Aries, the day being the 10th, 7th month, 7th year, I just feel super overwhelmed, like thinking about, like, you know, where I am and where I should be based on what I've been told we're supposed to be, you know, based on where the peers are, what's happening on social media, what's happening in the world. I feel like on a day like this, avoiding social media is key. If you don't feel 100, if you don't feel content, if you don't feel good about yourself and where you are, avoiding social media is key on a day like this, because a person could find themselves like just comparing themselves to everyone else. And it's like, but God, it's not fair. And it's like, why is it not fair? Because you was told that this is the way it's supposed to be, and them over there appears to have it figured out and you don't. That's why it's not fair. It's like, yeah, question yourself, because a lot of the beliefs that we have are silly. And sometimes we just need to, you know, journal it, write it out so we can, you know, write it out, get it out, or even speak it out. And as we record ourselves and vents, and you hear in that moment how silly it sounds, and you're able to free yourself from it, because it's like, damn, this belief is rooted in no truth. It's just to control me and others. And I'm no longer going to allow it to control me or others. So I'm going to let that go. And I feel like that's what it comes to on a day like this. But like, yeah, when it comes to the 8 of Swords in the upright position, and I look at the energies, you might feel stuck, but you're not stuck. You're not stuck at all, but you might feel stuck when it comes to focusing on so much. And, you know, holding yourself to standards that like you never, holding yourself to standards that, number one, you never agreed to, because if you did agree to it, then you would dedicate your life to living up to that. And if you did agree to it and you did dedicate your life living up to it, it's like you got in there, you got close, and you realize that I'm not happy, this isn't for me. But, you know, a person beating themselves up because I must be broken, why I'm not happy, and this is meant to make people happy. Or another person might be, I must be broken because this is the way we're supposed to go or what we're supposed to do, but I can't seem to focus long enough to get there. I can't find genuine interest to commit to the path to get there. And it's like, you know, stop trying to force yourself to fit or be or do something that's just not in alignment with your truth and who you are. And when it comes to, say, the energies in the day, it's important to reflect on, what is your definition of success? Like, is for you a success defined based on how you look and what you own and your social circles? Or is success for you based on your emotional and your spiritual growth? Like, when was the last time you reflect on how much you've matured emotionally? How could you tell you've matured emotionally or spiritually? You know, I feel like those are some things that would be beneficial to reflect on when it comes to the day. You guys, such a pleasure sharing this message with you as usual. If you'd like to book a reading with me or check out my exclusive weekly contents only on Patreon, the links for that is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a white heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.